In the grand narrative of human existence, where each malady and mishap is often lamented as a curse, I propose we cast a different eye upon one of life's more delicate jests, erectile dysfunction. Here, in this unlikeliest of places, lies not the ruin of men, but the making of philosophers, the birth of poets, the forge of true warriors of the mind. Consider, if you will, the man beset by this capricious twist of fate. In the throes of what many would deem a tragedy, he finds himself at a crossroads of existential proportions. Where lesser souls might see despair, our hero sees opportunity, a chance to transcend the carnal and embrace the cerebral. Erectile dysfunction, far from being a mere hindrance, is a siren call to higher pursuits. In its mocking face, we are compelled to seek solace in the arts, literature, and the lofty realms of intellectual endeavor. It is as if nature herself, in her infinite wisdom, decided that some among us must be nudged, however uncomfortably, towards the pursuits of the mind, away from the distractions of the flesh. What of love, you ask? Ah, here lies the greatest jest. For in the absence of traditional performance, our protagonist is thrust into the realm of emotional intimacy, of words and gestures, of 1,000 ways to express desire and affection without recourse to the physical. It is, in a sense, a purer form of love, unadulterated by the baseness of mere physicality. And let us not forget the boon to society at large. A man thusly challenged is a man less likely to succumb to the baser instincts that plague our species. He is, by necessity, a thinker, a planner, a strategist. In his cerebral approach to life and love, he becomes a beacon of rationality in a world all too often ruled by the physical. Permit me to digress momentarily to the tale of Algernon Whippletree, a gentleman of some repute in the Victorian era, who embarked on a quest not unlike our own topic of discussion. Algernon, a man of considerable intellect and even more considerable girth, found himself in the throes of what can only be described as a midlife malaise. Believing himself afflicted by the same condition we are discussing, he set out on a grand journey across continents, seeking wisdom from sages, potions from apothecaries, and enlightenment from mystics. His travels took him from the foggy streets of London to the sun-drenched pyramids of Egypt, through the bustling bazaars of Istanbul, and into the heart of the mysterious Orient. In each place, he sought the answer to his predicament, each time convinced he was on the brink of a solution. But as fate would have it, his journey led him to a remote village in Nepal, where he encountered an elderly monk who listened to his tale of woe with great patience. After much contemplation, the monk finally spoke, offering Algernon not a remedy for his supposed ailment, but rather a rare Himalayan fern, claiming it to be the most exquisite specimen in the entire region. Bewildered yet intrigued, Algernon accepted this unexpected gift and returned home, where he became not a legend for overcoming his personal tribulations, but rather an acclaimed horticulturist, renowned for cultivating the most splendid ferns in all of England. Indeed, erectile dysfunction, this oft-maligned companion of the male psyche, should not be viewed through the narrow lens of consternation and shame, but rather should be lauded as a harbinger of a more enlightened existence. It beckons us, much like the Pied Piper of legend, away from the myopic pursuit of physical gratification and towards the verdant pastures of intellectual and emotional fulfillment. It is, in its own peculiar and unassuming way, a catalyst for introspection and transformation, a call to arms for the mind and spirit. Let us consider for a moment the grand symphony of life, where each instrument plays a crucial role in the harmony of existence. In this symphony, erectile dysfunction is not the discordant note that one might initially perceive, but rather a rest, a pause, which allows the melody to breathe and the listener to reflect. It is in these moments of pause, these interludes of silence, that the true beauty of the composition is often revealed. Therefore, as we stand at the crossroads of frustration and enlightenment, let us choose the path less traveled. Let us choose to see erectile dysfunction not as a burdensome stone tied to the feet of our virility, but as a balloon of sorts, lifting us above the mundane, offering a bird's-eye view of the landscape of our lives, revealing the interconnectedness of all things, the symbiosis of mind and body, of emotion and intellect.